where the Royals had the early lead. He also had a single to right field.
He had a single to right last night.
Bobby has hit it 7 straight. Grounded left side.
Grounded left side. Close. 2 outs.
Take a look at the defense behind 3. Cody Bellinger, the center fielder, 29-year-old, already in his 8th season in the majors. Won his Gold Glove in 2019 when he was in a Dodger uniform.
Garcia Jr., Pasquatch, Perez, Massey, Winfrey, Melendez, Freeman doing the catching, Bishop at third.
Ball 1 on Vinny Pasquantino.
1-0 on Vinny.
A Yankee Stadium home run back-to-back with Junior in the 3rd inning last night, but he flied out to deep right. Also reached with a walk. 1-1.
Coming.
And the left. And Dominguez is there. And
by the way,
in the top of the 1st. It's Michael Waka making his 4th, introducing
Michael Waka on the mound tonight.
Featuring the new Chieftain and Roadmaster Power Plus and the all-new Power Plus 112 engine. Out here, there's no looking back. The road keeps calling for the ones who crave the power to roam. If you have polycythemia vera or PV, it may impact your moments. While you may blame the way you feel on getting older, it could mean your PV is getting worse. It's time to help take control of your PV. For adults with PV who have already taken a medicine called hydroxyurea and it did not work well enough and they could not tolerate it, Jakafi kept the volume of red blood cells under control and reduces spleen size. Jakafi can cause low blood cell counts. Tell your doctor right away if you develop bleeding, bruising, tiredness, shortness of breath, or fever, or if any of them get worse. And before taking Jakafi, if you have an infection, have or had TB or hepatitis B, or had a blood clot, heart attack, other heart problems, or stroke. Non-melanoma skin cancers and increases in cholesterol have been reported. With another JAK inhibitor, there's increased risk of major cardiovascular events in those who have risk factors, blood clots in the legs or lungs, sometimes life-threatening, and an increased risk of lymphoma and other cancers. The most common side effects are low red blood cell counts, dizziness, and diarrhea. Why let PV impact your moments? Discover your path to possible. Talk to your doctor about Jakafi.
There's Aaron Boone behind Cody Bellinger in season number 8 as Yankees manager. And here's his lineup. Ben Rice been off to a great start.
Rice, Judge,
the Yankees lead off.
Bellinger, 1, 2, 3, Goldschmidt, Chisholm Jr., Volks, Wells, Dominguez, and
4 Yankee home runs last
third
night.
base.
Michael Waka has only given up 1 home run so far in his first 15 innings. Hoping for win number 1 tonight. Ball 1 on Ben Rice. As we were telling you last night, he is filling a couple of roles. Leading off, and he's the DH with Giancarlo Stanton on the injured list with a very odd injury that goes back to the end of last year with pain in both of his elbows. Waka takes care of Ben Rice, 1 away.
Waka takes care of Ben Rice.
Defensively behind Michael Waka. Want to show you center fielder there, Michael Garcia. Mikey's getting a chance to patrol Yankee Stadium. And for his first time, and it's his 3rd start overall, but man, it's a different place here. There's no doubt he'll figure that out. And then Captain Biggio, hey, he's making his first start for the Royals at 3rd base this season. And the bird gone behind the plate.
Ball.
He's the back catcher. Salvy's over there at first.
Aaron Judge had 2 singles last night.
Judge had 2
singles.
singles.
The Royals kept him in the ballpark.
These 2 veteran pitchers still in the slap here tonight. Game 2 is really going to be a very exciting affair. Both guys know how to miss barrels. Walker definitely needs to shut them down in order for the Royals to get anything.
Line to right, sailing over Renfro. And that's a long single for Aaron Judge.
Long single
Batting
for
to
Judge.
367 batting average.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching batting practices today, he was doing a lot of that. That's an inside pitch, but he kept his hands inside and used his breath to go to the opposite field. Looking forward. No chance.
One on, one out for Cody Bellinger. Shallow left. And Melendez gets there. Fires it back to first, but Aaron Judge is back.
Fires it back to first.
Waka took a no decision on Thursday against Minnesota. The Royals won that game 3-2 with a 2-run 7th inning. Waka gave up a solo home run in the early innings and then was charged with a run after he had departed. With no surprise, his changeup being the best pitch in that game.
Swing and miss.
Paul Goldschmidt.
For strike right there. Went on 2 outs.
He had 2 hits last
Bottom
night.
of
And
first.
Mike Judge enters tonight hitting 367. One and one.
So being the second starter in that Walker is, he got a chance last night to chart the game, watch Lugo, another right-hander, kind of similar to go through this lineup. Saw where he got beat on a few inside fastballs. That's an advantage for a starting pitcher to go to the second game. Kind of got to fresh look at some of these hitters and has a little better scouting report overall.
Yeah.
Picked by Freddie for me. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Picked by Freddie for me.
Waka started with St. Louis. Goldschmidt spent some time with St. Louis, and they were teammates for 1 year, 2019. Judge is running, and it's fouled.
Judge is running, it's fouled.
And I believe they just called catcher's interference on Freddie for me.
Well, that's too bad. Go down as an error. Freddie. Okay, watch it. Watch the glove.
And that's not something the umpire sees. It's something the umpire hears. Yep. And now 2 on, 2 out for Jazz Chisholm, who hit one of the 4 home runs. He is a 175 hitter right now, but he has 6 home runs. He has 11 hits, 6 have left the ballpark. One and one. That would appear to, both of those numbers would appear to be high for a player of his style, and that was one of the criticisms used with the Marlins, that they wanted him to be more of a
High fly ball.
But he can take that swing in this ballpark, and Renfro makes the play near the side wall in right field. Waka appreciates that, and the Yankees straight 2 in the bottom of the
Yankees straight 2.
Our experience in the RV has been wonderful. The teachers are extremely supportive, and Simon really seems to enjoy it and is making friends, and he's more socially active now than he was in a traditional school.
Something I want other kids to know is that even though it seems like you're not doing any friends, you actually are. I like how the RBA provides an environment that more suited to my needs.
Bye, Grandma.
If you have polycythemia vera, or PV, it may impact your moments. While you may blame the way you feel on getting older, it could mean your PV is getting worse. It's time to help take control of your PV. For adults with PV who have already taken a medicine called hydroxyurea, and it did not work well enough or they could not tolerate it, Jakafi kept the volume of red blood cells under control and reduced spleen size. Jakafi can cause low blood cell counts. Tell your doctor right away if you develop bleeding, bruising, tiredness, shortness of breath, or fever, or if any of them get worse. And before taking Jakafi, if you have an infection, have or had TB or hepatitis B, or have a blood clot, heart attack, other heart problems, or stroke. Non-melanoma skin cancers and increases in cholesterol have been reported. With another JAK inhibitor, there's increased risk of major cardiovascular events in those who have risk factors, blood clots in the legs or lungs, sometimes life-threatening, and an increased risk of lymphoma and other cancers. The most common side effects are low red blood cell counts, dizziness, and diarrhea. Why let PV impact your moments? Discover your path to possible. Talk to your doctor about Jakafi.
Thanks everyone, especially Vicky. She saved us enough to help us open our second location.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
Max Fried back out toward the slab here to start the second inning. Let's show you his arsenal. That's StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Four-seamer, sinker, curve, sweeper, change, cutter.
Four-seam sinker, curve, sweeper, change, cutter, and slider.
All those in the middle, that's where you hope that he ends up. That last pitch that Vinny hit was a cookie in the middle. When you see those, you just can't miss them.
No.
So for the most part, he's going to be able to have two different kinds of variations on the fastball. He spins the ball well. Look that pitch up. That's it there. You can't miss those. Those are the cookies. He can spin the ball, but you have to look him up and get him up in the strike zone, just like the captain did there. But swung over the top of it.
Salvi, Massey, and Renfro are coming up. 1-2 on Salvi.
1 and 2 on
At the
Selby.
end of the year, in the final regular season series, the Royals were in Atlanta last year, and Max Fried came very close to throwing a complete game shutout against the Royals.
Yeah.
And that would end up being his final regular season start for the Braves. He was a first-round pick of the Padres way back when and was traded to Atlanta for Justin Upton. And he was drafted out of high school in Los Angeles, and at one time, his high school starting rotation was Max Fried, Jack Flaherty, and Lucas Giolito.
Come on, really?
Salvi says he made contact.
Yeah, now they're looking for a scuff mark. That's what he's looking for.
Wells is claiming that it went right into his glove.
Ground. Mooney, he'll get in the action now. Yes, you want to stick up for your pitcher. Short fuse over there usually, Mooney. Depends on how his team's going. They're all right. They're over 500. He's a little mellower now. Captain gets another swing because he just fouled it off the end of the bat just like that. And hit the ground first. See those curveballs, those will lock you up. And he's going to change speeds on those too. It goes one harder and one softer. I mean, just different variations can really drive a hitter crazy. Keep your hands back, wait on it. And when you get two strikes on you, just try to find a hole.
Judge.
Judge.
The line takes care of Salvador Perez. 1 out.
1 out.
Who was Max Fried's pitching coach on that high school team? Ethan Katz, who is now the longtime pitching coach of the White Sox.
Yeah.
What an incredible starting staff that was. If they had any offense at all, they probably won everything.
Yeah.
High school, you only need 2 starters here. Wow.
Michael Massey was 0 for 4 last night. Otherwise,
Michael Mancey was 0 for 4
excellent numbers in
last
this
night.
ballpark. Outside for ball one.
Outside for ball 1.
His last at bat. Runners at first and second. It was the tying run, and he just missed. Hit one out of the ballpark and popped it up.
One ball, one strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
So now it's 7 career games here. 6 hits, 4 home runs.
Foul ball.
Appeared to be down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Massey was one of the few Royals that did anything against Max Fried in that game last September. He had 2 hits, both were doubles. And Fried gets him with a fastball.
Fried gets him with the fastball.
In the second inning.
Dead red piece of cheese.
Big high leg kick he's got. He has a little bit of deception to his delivery.
Yeah.
Massey 1 for 14 off the lefties.
1 for 14.
That's a big number there.
Takes a strike. Who that is? That is and flow.
Renfroe hits it toward right. And that will land untouched and foul. Renfroe did not play last night. Still 0-2. There was one concern signing Max Fried at 31 to an 8-year contract, and he was on the injured list one time last year, but he has been on the disabled list or injured list 11 times in his career, and last year was a forearm problem. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And then, of course, before all of the injuries started piling up for the Yankees this year, they signed Fried to the long-term contract during the offseason. Call third strike.
Call third strike.
6 up, 6 down against Fried in the first 2 innings.
Bum, 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 bum,
14 years from
bum.
today, Jen Gomez will turn her tiny garden into the biggest backyard farm in town. A totally organic, free-range labor of love that Jen is already future-proofing today. Thanks to home safety resources from AARP, they'll help Jen stay in her home for years to come, so she can share everything from eggs to eggplants with the friends and neighbors she loves. Because the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
We pick up the phone because it's ringing. I should get this. Hello, this is Sam. How can I help you?
I'll be right back.
That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto English makes
damn
sense for you.
Dear sharp curves. Don't spin your wheels. With more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand, you can bet your bottom
I meant to
dollar
do this.
you're sharper than ever. Because man, we got traction. Yours, Toyota sedans.
Lease
Yeah,
a new
no
Prius
count.
or Corolla for $259 a month. 2 great vehicles, same great lease offer. Only $259 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Hey, we're getting ready for the bag season here at Features in Holman. We start May. Get your team signed up now.
Features!
Whenever you want food, family, and fun, make it Features in Holman.
Yeah, there's a way to know it.
There's still time to play FanDuel Fantasy's free daily pick'em. Just answer one question a day for your shot at a share of $5,000. It's free, it's daily, and it's your chance to cash in now on FanDuel Fantasy. A little bit outside on Anthony Volpe. He was 0 for 4 last night. Biggio throws on the run in time. Another start at another position for Kevin Biggio the first 3 weeks of the season.
Yeah, he's been flawless on all those positions. Just really showing his outstanding athleticism. Good arm, good range, great reads on balls, especially in the outfield. Kid's got some nice talent.
And adding to those starts, he has also played at second base. That's where he played the most when he was with Toronto. And he has quite a bit of experience here. This is his 63rd career game at Yankee Stadium. Wells gets it to right center field. Renfroe is on the run, and he's got it.
Wow. Now that was a nice route and a really good read by Renfroe. So off the bat, that looked like that had extra bases written all over it. So, All-State good hands play. You want it, you got it right here. Look at that, straight as a string, right to the ball. Excellent route, and Walker will take it. Second out.
Grounded right side, Jason Dominguez is on with a 2-out single. And that'll bring up number 9 hitter, Oswaldo Peraza. He's sharing time at third base with Cabrera. Oswaldo Cabrera, who started there last night. Peraza is a right-hand batter. Cabrera is a switch hitter. Oh, 2. Nasty charges and throws him out. So Waka has 2 scoreless innings, and we head to the third with no score.
Thanks everyone, especially Vicky. She saved us enough to help us open our second location.
Auto Owners offers discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense.
Scotia, the time saver. 90 seconds and you're done. Scotia, the time saver. Shop now at Scotia.com.
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs.
Right now, lease a 2025 RAV4 for $369 a month, or lease a new 2025 Land Cruiser for $549 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
My wife told me my hair was thinning, and I wanted to avoid that at all costs.
Let's go, baby.
I stopped hanging out with the guys because I didn't want to hear the wisecracks.
So I did some research and found Nutrafol, which was cool because I had no idea there was a supplement for hair.
I liked that it was drug-free and then it was clinically tested.
My hair was even stronger and thicker.
Nutrafol has just given me more confidence, which allows me to carry myself a little taller.
It felt real good to ditch the hat. Hair growth starts from the inside at Nutrafol.com/men.
Royals baseball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And by Toyota. Visit your Kansas City area Toyota dealers or visit them at toyota.com. One on MJ Melendez, followed by Freddie Fermin and Kevin Biggio. Max Fried has retired the first 6 Royals with 2 strikeouts. And Melendez hits it well to center field. Bellinger is back, turning, and it's gone for MJ's first home run and first RBI.
Oh, what a nice surprise. And he's in that lineup for a reason. To get a hanging breaking ball and to pull the ball. He didn't have to, hit it squarely. He could miss it to hit him out. But that was swung on gone. He barreled that. Now that's a fastball that's elevated on the outer half. But he's able to get him outside. His hands outside. Look at how easy that swing looked. A nice soft step and the coordination between his lower half and upper half. That's the Melendez that they hope to see all year long. Off a lefty. Yes, he was 0 for 4 until that at bat. He might find himself more ABs against those southpaws. They need his bat in the worst way. Go ball.
Judge makes a play on Freddie Fermin.
Those easy fly balls to the opposite field didn't get out here.
Also put an end to an 0 for 18 for MJ. Homer here in the playoffs last year in Game 1.
That's just got to be a huge relief for him. And all of us.
0-1 on Biggio. And I'm with you. That looked like a nice, easy swing.
Oh, look at it.
Biggio takes a curveball for a strike.
Okay, watch his hands go back just enough. He's going to load him. Small lift, only a few inches off the ground. Look at the straight leg, the head position, the bent left knee. All wonderful balance points. Arms extended. It's a tough one to get to here. You got to see him up. Hard work. It's going to pay off. Just stay at it. Ride this early struggle off. Keep doing, getting a few shots like that, getting on base, making plays on defense. That's all you got to do.
One on Michael Garcia. Out on a ground ball to third in the first inning. One and one. Laid off a good changeup. 2 balls, 1 strike. And on his hands. 2-2.
No comprehension there, boy.
Slow roller and Fried almost cut that ball off. Peraza has no play. And Garcia's on with a 2-out infield single. And Fried is a Gold Glove winner. And how about him bouncing off the mound for this ball?
Yeah, there's no chance for him. That top spin on that ball was going to get it past him for sure. And once that happens, you have any kind of speed, that's a knock.
Yeah.
He's won 3 Gold Gloves, Max Fried. So man on for Bobby Witt Jr. And Fried has a good move, and that was a pretty good one right there. But Michael and first base Coach Damon Hollins picked it up.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. You get a guy on, you want to see his move, so you're going to let the rest of the team see it by getting one-way lead. It's a pretty good lead there. And then you go on it, and then he lifts up that foot.
And now Junior hits it well into right center field, deep and off the wall. Here's Garcia.
There's Garcia on third.
Junior has a 2-out RBI
Double.
The Royals lead 2-0.
Halfway up the wall, that ball was tattered and battered. Beautiful swing, keeping his hands inside. They're trying to get him in. No, he left it out a few inches. It is a game of inches, folks, and half-inch mistakes go a long way, especially off the barrel of Juniors. Look at that, hit that, and little lip kicked up, giving Garcia just enough time to score. Nicely done. Junior's 8th RBI. 2-out hit, that's big.
And here's Vinny. It's a high strike. Vinny flied out to left field in the first inning. Max Fried in his 3 starts has given up 2 earned runs, 1.
Yeah, hang on, everybody. I want to just check something here.
To attack the Jack Flaherty fastball. Those are the 2 keys for the win. The Pizza Ranch.
1 out for the Bulls. Tie game. Nothing.
We're in your feeding window, so that's a good thing.
Vinny strikes out swinging. 0-1 on Vinny. Wow.
Remember the home run yesterday?
But that's not part of the deal, though, with that.
Oh, bullet over Priester, but right there is Ortiz, and he throws him out for out number 2. But
Out number.
part of it.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm just saying it's legal because we're in your feeding window, so it's fine. It's all good. And Priester, he had that smile on his face. That was a BB hit right back at him. Riley Green got the night off last night. His first off day of the year. And fouls the first pitch back. We were awfully impressed by the approach from this Tigers offense last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, they were trying to attack early, and then once they got the 2 strikes, they were grinding out at bats from 1 through 9.
Came into action last night. The 5th lowest strikeouts in all of baseball. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2 on Riley Green.
Yeah, Riley Green with the night off last night. Comes into today, 1 for his last 24 with 14 strikeouts.
2 is wide.
We certainly hope that he stays cold for these next couple of games.
Green with the Brewers went out to Detroit last year, almost single-handedly won a couple of ball games. Fouls that one in and out of the glove of Contreras. 96 from Priester.
Yeah, good velocity from Quinn Priester. Yeah, we saw a lot of 92s, 93s with the Pittsburgh Pirates from him.
Curveball got a lot of plate.
You see how deep that pitch was that Riley Green fouled off? They are not afraid to allow the ball to travel with 2 strikes, meaning they're going to wait a long time before they decide to make a swing.
7th pitch of the at-bat. And it's a little low, the changeup. 3-2. Good take.
3-2 the count.
Not sure how he took it. Just like I said, though, he's waiting for the ball to travel before he decides strike or ball.
3-2. Struck him out.
Struck him out.
Priester in his home debut.
you always buy books, but I never see you reading. Paperweights. Hey, do you mind doing this because I only have euros? My pleasure, because I earn unlimited 2% cash back. We split that. No.
Unlimited 2% cash back. The Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card. With hundreds of sales every week, eat well for less at Whole Foods Market.
Which automaker employs the most hourly workers in the country? Ford. Which automaker assembles the most vehicles in the country? Ford. That's not a coincidence. It's a commitment. A commitment Ford dealers share by offering employee pricing across a full lineup of Ford vehicles.
Now get employee pricing and choose FlexBuy on F-150 with 4.9% APR financing for 66 months. See your Wisconsin Ford dealer.
Greg takes Prevagen for his brain, and this is his story.
Hi, I'm Greg. I live in Bloomington, Illinois. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me. I've been taking Prevagen for 8 years now, and it's still helping me tremendously.
Prevagen for your brain.
Yep.
No score Brewers coming up for the first time on Major League Baseball's Jackie Robinson Day. Brewers starting lineup brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel, and we're seeing Churio and Terang back-to-back in the 1 and 2 spots for the first time this year. Contreras, Yelich,
Blessing,
Mitchell, Ortiz, and then
Contreras,
number 9 spot. They get right
Yelich.
No stranger to the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah, pitched against the Yankees back on Wednesday, April the 9th. He's off to an excellent start, just giving up the 3 earned runs in 16 2/3 innings. The Brewers have to avoid the strike-to-ball chase out of the zone with the breaking balls.
Churio hacking at that first pitch.
Churio hacking.
And it's 0-1 on Jackson.
Diggler just threw the ball back to Flaherty and didn't have his glove on, too.
We've seen that a time or two.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's a sign.
I'm going to go back to the Royals game quickly. I'll be right back to the Blues game. I'm doing 2 streams at once. If
runs, another one.
Hang on, folks. Let me find that game again. Okay. 2-0. Royals. Okay, fly out now. Bobby doubled. Garcia scored. Okay, who scored? Vinny. Oh, Bobby. Oh.
Jackson Churio has walked for the first time.
Jackson Churio walked for the first.
That is awesome.
I don't know if they need to see a walk, get a replay, but this one certainly does.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what? That was
hey, Kenneth.
at bat for Jackson Churio. And we all know that he knew
I'm
that
doing
he hadn't had a walk yet, but
what I call the insane double.
It was going to happen eventually. Yeah. 78th plate appearance.
78th plate appearance.
7% walk rate last year, so it's not like he wasn't walking last year. Go Cup.
Flaherty into the stretch.
Flaherty into the stretch.
And one hopper to second base. They'll get one. Throw to first is late.
They just swap positions.
Play it short. Fielder's choice. for Bryce Terang. Here's the defense for Detroit, Vinny.
If Kerry Carpenter at left, Riley Green playing center, Zach McKinstry in right, Javi Baez at third, Trey Sweeney at short, Gleyber Torres at second, Spencer Torkelson at first, and Dylan Dingler, the rookie, behind the plate.
William Contreras is coming up. He's been red hot. Was 1 for 3 last night. It's in on Contreras. Tarek Skubal was unbelievable in last night's game for Detroit. 7 innings of scoreless baseball. Didn't walk a batter. Second consecutive start. So anything he got against Tarek Skubal was kind of like a badge of honor. And for Contreras, he had a base hit against him. He was stingy.
Yeah, that was one of the better pitching performances I've seen live at the stadium. It's pretty impressive.
2-1 on
2-1.
William Contreras.
I'll be right back to this game.
And 10 RBIs on that road trip.
Let's go see another. Yeah. Well, I have to find the game first again. Because they may have come back from the commercial. No, I don't want to hear the Yankees broadcasters.
Goldschmidt making the play.
Goldschmidt, 1 on, 1 out. I mean, okay, 1 on, 2 outs.
And now MJ, who led off the third inning.
MJ Melendez is up. I'm doing a.
Watch how easy this looks. Oh, man. He's got power. Heck yeah. He generates it from his lower half. But it looks like he's being synced up this year. He just has had a lot to show for it. And for him, it'll matter of time as well. You got a small lower half. Freed came right back with the same pitch he took at D-Monk, except it was a better look. First one was elevated. That one was in a good spot. Can't hit that pitch out.
MJ Melendez homered the first time up.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Salvi had a leadoff double. Massey did his job, getting him over to third, and then Freed got a pop out from Renfroe.
Come on, get him over and let's get him in now.
And Freed.
Freed.
Like he's going to get out of it, and he does.
And he does.
So Salvi is stranded at third. The Royals lead 2-0.
Royals lead 2-0.
They can spend half their lives over 50, which is great.
This
But
is what the
it
Royals.
takes some planning.
Okay.
So it helps to have a wise
Twang's
guy
on
in your
second.
defender in your
World Series in LA. Runner goes. 1-2 is low. Throw to second base. Almost took out.
Got
Gets into center, but Terang
Got into center.
That was a low throw from Dingler. Almost getting
Steal.
Flaherty in the back.
Twice doing second, fourth
Choked a
steal.
little bit on the throw. Got Bryce Terang with a good jump. And Dingler just throws it too low. It pitches it, almost takes out Jack Flaherty. Bryce Terang in there.
Fourth stolen base of the year for Terang at 50 a year ago. In scoring position for Yelich. And he fouled it away. It's the knuckle curveball.
If Flaherty's got both of them working, it's going to be a long night for the hitter.
Yeah.
But if one's not working, he will go to the other one. It's either the slider or the curve.
It's going to the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Reese Hoskins hoping for an opportunity in this bottom of the first inning. Tigers went wire last night. Scored the first, never looked back. And a swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Strikes out Yelich. First had a man on, stranded in scoring position.
Come on in if you're brand new, everybody. Let me finish that one. While we're watching a damn commercial, let's see. Itchy my ear.
Let love people.
1-1 count to Goldschmidt.
Find a hole in the inner swing. You want to stay with it until he shows you otherwise.
There's a reminder right there. Keep that front shoulder in. Especially when you're facing a pitcher with a changeup like Waka.
Yeah.
Juju. Jazz Chisholm is on deck, followed by Anthony Volpe. Three balls, two strikes. Royals enter tonight still with the lowest team ERA in the American League. And the starting rotation has the lowest ERA in the American League. That'll land in the crowd.
Better land in the crowd.
And just like last year, the rotation is not only pitching well, but pitching deep. Brian Sweeney's staff also has the most innings pitched per start. Love that. Lugo went 6 2/3 last night.
Sure enough. That'll end up.
If you're new to the StreamYard or looking to level up, or if you're looking to just get onto a streaming platform, you should go to check out StreamYard and get 10% 10% discount by clicking on the link right here in the chat.
The starter has given up more than 3 earned runs. 0-1 on Chisholm.
Yeah, this is kind of what we've come to expect out of this rotation, but you know,
Goddamn Mitchie here.
take that for granted. That's really good stuff. That's good work.
Royals are not defending against the bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chisholm fouled out to Renfroe at right field in his first at bat. Two
And
2-2.
2-2.
They work that lower part of the strike zone there. That's perfectly placed.
Yankees have Chisholm back at a more natural position for him at second base. And had to fill in at third last year. He played second base in the outfield with the Marlins mostly, but they had a need at third. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
3 balls.
Torres was still here.
2 strikes.
The base was filled up. And Chisholm did a nice job at third, but going to be a little more free and easy defensively at second base.
Garcia.
To
the track.
2 down.
2 down.
Now, message from your local Kansas City Honda dealers.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. Visit your local Kansas City Honda dealers today.
Anthony Volpe grounded out to third in the second inning. 1-1. Let's see how many fastballs Waka uses with Volpe. Volpe's been a really good fastball hitter this year. That's lined up the left field line and foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Anything other than a fastball, it's been a struggle for Volpe. 345 with a fastball at play. And 2 for 28 on everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, you would think you'd get a lot of breaking balls. Strike 1 to start. Slider pulled foul. There's another good curve there. That about sums up the Yankees, too. They are a very good fastball hitting team. But he sets up inside. And he challenged him with a fastball. Got away with one there.
Because he both is looking at breaking ball because he knows what the scouting report says. I think it's surprising. How you make him chase? Nothing too good.
Did he go? Yes. Rung out by the home plate umpire, Trip Gibson. And Volpe wanted help. He's not going to get it. And Waka has a 1-2-3 4th inning. He has set down 7 in a row.
No.
Conrad Halligan, family man. And if you cross my family, well, you better pray. We don't ask, we take. And when someone forgets their place, I've got a man for that. Problem solved.
Let's take this honey.
You can always show us.
Same as you.
Earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Let's just get one of everything. Everything.
Buy everything. Pete's Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back. Give a shot.
This is so nice.
3% cash back on chicken. 3% cash back on risotto. Yes, chef. Right, my man. Here, chef.
Got a feeling you want to earn 3% cash back on dessert. What's in your mind?
Dear Triathlon, let's splash through rushing rivers, take on iconic trails, and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't kick back and enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs. Toyota is the #1 retail brand for 13 years in a row. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Tonight's injury update is brought to you by the University of Kansas Health System, the official healthcare provider of the Royals. Mark Hanna, a week ago tonight, ran into the wall in left field and strained his hip. The Royals said it was minor, and they expected him to be back on the field sooner rather than later, and he is. Already in a rehab assignment, looking good. 2 for 4, scored 3 runs. Love that.
Yeah.
1-1 on Freddie for me.
1-1, Freddie for me.
MJ Melendez, Palmer leading off the 3rd, and in the same inning, Bobby Witt Jr. had an RBI double. 2 balls, 1 strike. And then the Royals got a leadoff double from Salvi last inning and got him to 3rd with 1 out, but 3 pitched out of it. That was up and out of the strike zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count. Cavispicio's on deck, followed by Michael Garcia.
Huh.
it's off of Goldschmidt's glove.
Off of Goldschmidt's glove.
Because Freddie may have swung at ball 4. And Goldschmidt has multiple gold gloves over at first, but he wasn't able to pick that one. That'll be a base hit for Freddie.
Hey, if you flex off of anybody's glove, you got a chance. Even Freddie, who doesn't have the greatest speed, but he's able to get an infield hit, he'll take it.
I'm gonna end this one here. No, not the one that Shady Lane's on, but the one well, after the 5th inning. I earned it.
And he wants to bunt and takes down and away.
Takes down and away. After the full completion of the 5th inning. Once he stopped the top of the 6th.
He assumed it was going to be to the third base side. He was already bouncing off the mound before that pitch was taken low. And that's outside.
That's outside.
You bunt the ball. You attempt to bunt. See how your head flows. You can see the ball.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was doing. I was editing the Shady Lane one.
Now taking outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Reed retired the first 6. But MJ led off the 3rd with a home run. Salvi led off the 4th with a double. And now Fermin has led off the 5th with a single.
Three and one.
Okay, seeing some pitches.
Shallow center field. And Bellinger makes a play. 1 on, 1 out. Here's a word from UNB Private Wealth.
Do I have a clear financial plan? Am I saving enough for retirement?
Get financial clarity. Schedule an appointment today.
Michael Garcia scored the Royals' 2nd run in the 3rd inning. After Melendez homered, Freed got the next 2 outs, and then the Royals rallied with 2 outs. Michael reached with an infield single, and then Bobby Witt Jr. doubled him home. Oh, 2. Jonathan India
So far,
last night after coming out of the game on Saturday.
at least
The Royals think he's fine, but
100% of you have voted.
last night they're not quite ready to put him out there on defense. So he was not in the lineup tonight, but he's available. Freed strikes out Garcia, and that is out number 2. And that is the 5th strikeout for Freed. And now 2 down for Bobby, who swung at the first pitch he saw in the 3rd inning and doubled off the wall in right center field.
On a sac fly and self-wheeling triple.
Who knows if this has anything to do with the Royals' struggles at the plate right now, but one statistic that's interesting, they have the lowest swing rate on the first pitch of an at-bat, which doesn't tell you the whole story. Line center field, but it's going to stay up for Bellinger. So Bobby saw 2 good pitches. He had 2 good swings. And Freed works around the league.
Our experience in the RBA has been wonderful. the teachers are extremely.
Let's go back to the Bulls now.
0-1 and done. That's low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1. What's it called? 1-1.
Done 0 for 1 last night.
Done 0 for 1.
On the road trip. Straight platoon, Diddy Capra. 2-1 undone.
2-1 undone.
I gotta imagine that the hitters are just a little bit more comfortable.
If you're watching fans of the Green Bay Packers as well,
as opposed to needing to face
well,
Scooble.
Scooble was on his own planet last night.
Cruising speed at 96, 97, and then when he needed 100, he would give it to you. That's the best pitcher in the game right there.
Dunn staying alive against Flaherty.
I'm not sure there's even an argument. He might be on a tier by himself.
Yes, in April, the pro manager of the team announced on.
Pretty special. He's got a big contract coming his way soon. And tied, apparently. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
yeah.
Let's see if Dunn can do something with second life. 3-2 pitch.
3-2 pitch.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a damn miss.
Second strikeout for Flaherty, but Reese Hoskins
Reese
leaves the yard for the
Hoskins.
first time this year. It was a no-doubter.
No doubter.
Beat away the deep left side.
From the creators of bacon. Applewood smoked ham. Ham and Swiss melts. 2 for $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
It's Alex.
Hey, pal. You know who's
Your dad. Happy birthday, Alex. That's so sweet. You remembered.
It's all about connecting with seamless connectivity from Spectrum.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
2-0 Brewers as we go to the third. Priester gets a line drive foul off the bat of Zach McKinstry, 7th spot today. McKinstry hit 9th last night. He's in the middle of a 1-for-16 road trip. The Tigers took 2 of 3 from the Twins. They opened up with a win last night against the Brewers.
10-3 are the Tigers ever since they got swept in the opening series against the Dodgers.
The Dodgers started this season at 8-0. Since then, they're just 4-6. Slightly wide, and it's 3-1 on McKinstry.
Super team, the LA Dodgers. Everyone's rooting against them this year. Every year, probably.
And that is a ball. Even McKinstry wasn't convinced that was going to be a ball.
Hey, April 15th marks Jackie Robinson's historic MLB debut. Robinson's courage and determination in the face of adversity is as much an example now as ever before. Join baseball in commemorating Jackie Robinson Day and visit MLBtogether.com/42 to learn more.
It's such an honor for everybody to have the opportunity to wear the number 42. And they initially retired the number 42, Major League Baseball. They grandfathered 3 players into the program. They could continue to wear the number 42. Mariano. Yeah, that was the most famous. There's a ground ball to short. See if they can get 2. They'll get 1 for sure. Baez safe at first base. Mariano Rivera, the most notable, and was the last player to wear the number 42. Mo Vaughn is another 42. And the other, Butch Husky. Okay.
Huh. Butch Husky.
I know, right? Of all the people that got grandfathered in, I get Mo Vaughn. He was a superstar then. Mariano Rivera, best closer in baseball.
Yeah.
That. But Butch Husky earned the right to wear the number 42. One of the last players to do it. Ken Griffey Jr. then asked if he could wear 42 in 2007 and was granted the permission to do so on April 15th. And then 2 years later, the league adopted that everyone was going to wear it. Great idea. Yeah. Yeah, that's why Ken Griffey Jr. wore the number 24, actually. Flipped 42 around and wore 24 in his rookie season in 1997. Pat Murphy actually wore the number 42 for a long time as a manager. He was head coach in college. Originally 21 in honor of Roberto Clemente, and then switched to 42 and he switched schools. In honor of Jackie Robinson. He's got a picture of the famous quote from Robinson in his office. Here's a 2-1. And it's a strike. Let's go down to Sophie. He's got more on the influence that Jackie Robinson had on Pat Murphy.
Yeah, you mentioned in his office he has a collage of photos of players and people that have been really impactful to him, that inspired him, and Jackie Robinson is front and center in that wall. And he spoke about, his age as well. He said just the length of his life. He said as a kid watching baseball and being a fan and just being able to watch Black players emerge and excel in the sport, getting the opportunity to watch them play. He said, I don't want to be involved in a sport that discriminates of any kind. So for him, just growing up and obviously being much older than the players that he manages now at 66 years old, but just speaking to the caliber of his life, the legacy, an American icon, the quote that he has on the wall about impacting people. I think that's one of the things we hear most often from Murph, right, is how he likes to impact people with his leadership and his management. So Jackie Robinson, certainly an American icon, and it's a day worth celebrating across all of baseball.
Thank you, Sophie. Great thoughts. And that shot was from Murph's office, right? Picture of Jackie Robinson sliding into home, the quote on the bottom. Priester trying to get out of this third inning. Without any damage done. Gleyber Torres, it's a fly ball to right. Long run for Sal Frelick. He will drift to make the catch. And that will end the inning.
Future-proof your home and garden with AARP today. Harvest the rewards for years to come. That's why the younger you are, the more you need AARP.
The DQ Freezer is opening again for our 85th birthday to bring back our most wished-for blizzard flavor. It's the Confetti Cake Blizzard Treat, filled with confetti cake pieces and confetti frosting. Don't play to the party. Grab yours before the DQ Freezer closes.
So, Old National Bank really wants my business.
We're all about building relationships.
Okay. Then give me the elevator pitch.
Well, our solutions are customized for small business. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Well, you got my business. What are we talking about now?
Did you see the game last night?
Yikes.
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 Old National Bank. Customized banking for small business. Just another reason to get old.
Your weekend lineup is here.
The Brewers battle the Athletics in a jam-packed series at American Family Field, April 18th through the 20th. First up, celebrate your favorite characters at Peanuts Night, featuring a one-of-a-kind Franklin bobble. Then the epic giveaways don't stop. Get a Brewers football jersey on Saturday the 19th. Get ready for the action. Weekends at the Yard hit different.
Now,
Grab your tickets now.
as I promised, actually, I'm gonna go to the top of the 6th. One out.
At least for now, the league is not throwing Salvi hardly any pitches in the zone at all.
Well, you know, you can't blame him. I mean, he has a high chase rate.
Also,
He'll start laying off. He'll get some at-bats under him and see some pitches, and he'll get back to taking a few walks. Let's hope.
Massey's 0 for 2.
Massey's 0 for 2. Ball upstairs.
Slice to left, and Dominguez got a good break and catches up to it. So the Royals are down quickly in the 6th with a 2-0 lead.
You're not one to be easily rattled, Taurus, but old habits could be creeping in and making you second guess yourself.
Yeah, wrong button.
You know you're a perennial all-star, but passive criticism may have you doing some reevaluation. Dealing with these thoughts head-on will help you move forward and get you back on top of your game.
Choose to follow your instincts. Every Mazda is designed to feel like it was made just for you.
Wake up. Boarding passes?
Check.
IDs?
Check.
Kids? Check.
Check, please. We get upgraded?
Let me check. Yep.
Just checking on you. American checks all the right boxes to get you there.
Okay. No bloody fucking gun.
One thing that surprised me about RBA is he wants to do school, whereas it was kind of a struggle before.
All of the educators, the staff, the therapists, the specialists, everybody is so knowledgeable. And my favorite thing is that we all work together as a team for the kids. I really feel like we're partners with the RBA. I just love it so much. I know I've said that before, but like I love the RBA.
Two best players in the American League are. I'll take other suggestions, but I don't know who it would be. And both of these guys, Aaron Judge and Bobby Witt Jr., have incredible respect for each other. I talked to the MVP, Judge, about Witt today, and Judge was named the captain of the next Team USA for the World Baseball Classic. I said, I assume that Bobby will be your shortstop. What do you think? And he said, I recognized his talent when he was sitting behind Trey Turner on the last Team USA. I saw it from the very beginning. Anthony Volpe knows him well. They used to play against each other. Volpe raves about him. He said he is a problem at the plate, but I'd love to watch him hit it. but I hated seeing him hit last night. I hated seeing the home run. I hated seeing the hit again. You make one mistake, and he is going to punish it. He also acknowledged that while Kansas City may be under the radar, not quite the spotlight of New York, and he did not say that in a demeaning way. He said he understands that he means everything to the Kansas City community, that this is a guy that is truly one of the greats in the game. Nothing but pure respect from Aaron Judge.
Better believe it, Goldie. Thank you. Back to the middle, Maxey. On a kick to Salvi. Did he get it? No, he grabbed it.
Nope.
With his bare hand after it went off of his glove. But first base umpire Ryan Blakeney is going to say, at least for now, that he did not grab it with his bare hand in time. Oh, man, what a slip play by Maxey.
Trying to look for that.
Picks it up one knee on the top with a throw, get more on it. Captain had a little bit of time and just couldn't secure it before he stepped on the back. Good try.
Was it wrong of me, out of the selfishness of a good story, to have wished that Bobby made that play?
No, not at all.
I will say, he is the second greatest thing to ever come out of Fresno. And you know how I get to talk to these people. I walk up and I say, hey, I work with Doug. Really? I said, I know you're a busy guy. I can tell you stories for hours. He goes, I bet you could. But he couldn't ask for a more gracious superstar. Kind of reminds me of the way Derek Jeter used to be. A guy that's going to give you the time. And he reminds me a lot of, say, a Big Poppy or someone like that. Not just in stature, but in the sense that when you watch him walk around Yankee Stadium, everybody wants a piece of him. He was more than happy to stop and talk about Bobby Wood Jr. Total gentleman.
Well, Tom Seaver would take a tough second to judge. Tom was a local president, too, that we were really proud of. President?
I was just trying to
compliment you. Oh, thank you, Goldie. Fresno was desperate in 1999, and they put me in their Hall of Fame, so I guess I had a decent career there. Nobody else available that year. That's what I'm saying. They didn't have any money. Bellinger's down on strikes.
Bellinger's down on strikes.
For the two of you.
2 more outs and then
It's a question. All right? It's not a rhetorical question. It's a question. And I've been asking people this.
if you are brand new to this channel, either channel,
Judge was the unanimous American League most valuable player. Junior was the unanimous second place.
Carpenter, Green, and Torch for the Tigers in the top of the fourth.
Does Bobby get any first place MVP vote?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. I agree. And of course, you got to say who's playing at what stadium. That's a.
And I know your point, and I'll just take that out because I know people said, "Well, if Judge played at Hoffman Stadium, you wouldn't have all those home runs. If Junior played at Yankee Stadium, he'd have more home runs." I'm disregarding that. I thought Bobby would get some MVP votes with the old school, and I admit it's old school, but the old school thought was that who was the most valuable player to his team? So if you remove Aaron Judge from the Yankees, do they still make it to the playoffs? Do they still have a good year? If you take Bobby Wood Jr. away from the Royals, do the Royals still make it to the postseason or close? That makes it different. And I've asked people, and people who like Bobby Wood Jr. love what the Royals did last year. Almost everybody has said, yes, Aaron Judge would still be the MVP if he put up those numbers as a Royal, and Bobby Wood Jr. put up those numbers as a Yankee. But I thought he would get a few first place votes.
I think there's something to be said too about the guy that's done it for so long and in the bright lights of New York, and I understand New York, not New York, and all that. But there'll come a certain point where Bobby surpasses him. And I said this today. I said the secret's out, right? Because everybody in baseball knows how legit he is, and I think that the more he's on center stage, on international TV, the more he's higher up in the highlight reels on MLB Network and all that, the more those votes. Not every voter watches it, but they probably see the Yankees more often. So I think that comes into it. The question I like to ask is, if you were a GM starting a team, which one would you start it with? And I think that's a much different question. just based on age and all-around tools. Let's not forget, too, that Aaron Judge isn't just some big power hitter that is not athletic. This is not a guy that is a butcher in the field and can't play defense. He's not a shortstop. And so you want the home run hitter that's athletic, you want the all-around five-tool guy. But if you're starting a team, I think you start with the 24-year-old shortstop. Yeah, you guys make great points there for both guys. I tell you, Major League Baseball has a great setup with these two young men at the top of their talent list. And Shelby got pretty good too. As classy as they are. I'm getting some walks. 2 on, 2 out. At least it's nice that Otani's in the National League, so we can debate who the best player in the American League is, and we can take Otani out of the discussion, because I think that's a whole different thing. I don't need to get into it. Otani's in a different class. It's like judging a Bo Jackson or something like that. There's no other Otani, so how do you even compare it to anyone else? Anyway, back to the game. Good talk.
Thank you for indulging me with that question. And to Joel's point, if people vote based on the market that player plays in and the pressure that comes with it, and the money that Judge is making right now, so be it. But that was something that, going into it, it sounded like he was going to be the MVP. Most people were going to vote for him. I just thought Bobby would have had some first place votes.
Yeah. You guys were saying it's just a matter of time. Junior will get his opportunity, I'm sure. The great thing is he lets us talk about all that. And a lot of the players, they call that noise. But you guys talk about all the noise.
Yeah.
I'm just going to focus on what I'm supposed to do to help win tonight. And that's part of that attitude that we love.
2-0 on Volpe with Angel Serpa warming up behind Walker, who hasn't thrown any pitches yet. 2 on, 2 out, with the Royals leading 2-0 in the 6th. Volpe has struck out and grounded out. Fouled away.
Fouled away.
Walker's not afraid to throw in the fastball. You said his first time up. His good numbers he's had this season are all off that pitch. Walker is convinced that he can get him out with it. Usually after the fastball, here comes the change.
And it's up and in. So his pitch count isn't very high, but I wonder if Matt Quatraro and Brian Sweeney see change-ups up. And I wonder if it's a sign of fatigue. Austin Wells, a dangerous left-hand batter, is on deck. So no matter what happens, it looks like this could be Ronca's last hitter. That's a second disengagement without a throw. This is just the second inning tonight where the Yankees have had more than one base runner. And Volpe takes outside, I guess. And the bases are loaded with 2 down for Wells, who is looking into the Royals dugout to see if Matt Quatraro is going to come out. Missed the target by a foot. That may have hurt him. And Walker will depart with the bases loaded. And the Royals leading 2-0, and here's Angel Serpa.
Dear sharp curves. Don't spin your wheels. With more all-wheel drive sedans than any other brand, you can bet your bottom dollar we're sharper than ever. Because man, we got traction. Yours, Toyota Sedans.
Lease a new Prius or Corolla for $259 a month. 2 great vehicles, same great lease offer. Only $259 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
mixing them well.
Well,
That's a nice play right there. It was very deceptive. He's always appreciative of the good defense.
for the fans of the Green Bay Packers channel, make sure I got the right one. Peace.